following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with a review of a Transformers figure that I got back in July for my birthday. It's been a long time since I was able to finally review it, but at long last, here we are a Transformers action figure that a lot of Transformers collectors weren't expecting Hasbro and Tomy to design and release in the Kingdom line. But without further delay, here he is. Transformers The War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Leader Class Maximal T-Wrecks. So yes, this is based on a very obscure repaint of Beast Wars Megatron. T-Rex is a character that was created back in, I want to say, 2000 or 2001 in a very short-lived line of Transformers known as Transformers Dinobots. And yes, before the Kingdom figure of him was announced, I honestly had no idea that the character of T-Rex existed, even though he was created around the time when I started collecting Transformers figures. I always thought until this year that Beast Wars Megatron was a unique body Transformers character. So I was amazed when I found out that another character was created that was a straight up repaint of him, let alone the character being a heroic Maximal. So yes, just like the original T-Rex figure, the Kingdom version of T-Rex is a straight-up repaint of Beast Wars Megatron. Uh, for a while, there was images leaked out on the internet that there could potentially be a different head sculpt used for what the one used on Beast Wars Megatron, and Hasbro and Tomy are trying to say that they use that new head sculpt here on T-Rex by making it look like he's grinning. But actually what they did is they just painted the space between his lips white, so even though in his artwork T-Rex is grinning like the alternate face sculpt, and it's actually the alternate head is actually pictured in the product photo on the back of the box, but no, on the actual final product, T-Rex just has the exact same head sculpt that's used on Beast Wars Megatron, so that is a bit of a disappointment that they at least didn't give T-Rex a different head sculpt to distinguish him from Beast Wars Megatron, but I can overlook that. So here's T-Rex's artwork. There he is in his robot mode and in his alternate mode of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he is mostly red with some blue highlights, whereas Beast Wars Megatron is almost entirely purple with some green highlights. Alright, so yeah, the paint job T-Rex has is enough to distinguish him from Beast Wars Megatron. So here on the top of the box, T-Rex is a Maximal. He is the 37th figure to be released in the Transformers Kingdom line. On this side of the box, you got the image for the Kingdom line. Here on the back of the box, you've got the product photos. There's T-Rex in his robot mode and in his beast mode, and he transforms back and forth between both modes in just 27 steps. So now that we've looked at his box, let's finally get him open and take a close look at him in robot mode. Alright, and so here's T-Rex out of his box and in his robot mode, and like I said, for being a mostly red with blue and gray highlights repaint of Beast Wars Megatron, T-Rex does look pretty incredible looking. I'm really digging the parts of him that are made out of blue plastic, such as his biceps, this panel here above his arm. Yeah, I'm just really digging that blue, and also the shade of blue paint used that's on him, the parts of him that end up becoming the top of his back. So yeah, T-Rex basically has a color palette swap from Beast Wars Megatron, and speaking of the Predacon leader, here is T-Rex next to Kingdom Beast Wars Megatron. So yeah, all the parts on Beast Wars Megatron that are purple are now red on T-Rex, so that's a really nice funny thing that the Predacon and Decepticon symbols are purple and the Autobot and Maximal logos are red. So yeah, these guys reflect the color scheme that they represent on the battlefield, so that's pretty nice. And then again, all the parts on Beast Wars Megatron that are green, they're now blue on T-Rex, so that's pretty impressive of Hasbro and Tomy to do that. Also, one thing about T-Rex is that he does have more striping with the blue used on him, whereas on Beast Wars Megatron it's more of a color fade. And also, Beast Wars Megatron does have additional paint apps where he's got yellow bits that are unpainted red on T-Rex, but also Beast Wars Megatron has a lot more paint detailing here on his chest. Here on T-Rex, T-Rex. There's not as much paint apps there used on Beast Wars Megatron. But I think it really works because it shows that T-Rex isn't too flashing or anything like that. And one thing about T-Rex is that even though my camera's making it look like he has a different head sculpt from Beast Wars Megatron, which is what is pictured on the back of the box. Here on the product photo for T-Rex, I don't know how well my camera's going to show it off, but right there, it looks almost like he has a different head sculpt like he has here on the artwork where he's got this grinning mouth with his showing off his teeth. It appears that was going to be an alternate head sculpt for this mold, but on the final product, Hasbro and Tomy apparently decided to abandon that secondary head because if you zoom in all the way, hey, Hasbro and Tomy, my camera's making it much more prominent than it actually but rather than giving T-Rex the sculpted more growling face that robot mode face that he has pictured on the back of his box and on his artwork, Hasbro and Tomy, what they did is they actually painted his lips silvery white, so it gives the illusion that he's baring his teeth, but he's not. So yeah, that's a pretty a pretty WTF moment right there, with the paint apps used on T-Rex's face sculpt. So again, as I said at the beginning of the review, I had no idea that the character of T-Rex even existed until the Kingdom figure was announced. So I am pretty excited to see that the Maximals have a team member who uses the exact same body type as Beast Wars Megatron. So without further delay, let's get T-Rex transformed into his beast mode and see how heroic or rather menacing looking or whatever way you want to look at it. Let's take a look at how he looks as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Alright, and so here's T-Rex transformed into his Tyrannosaurus Rex mode, and he is pretty fantastic looking. I'm really enjoying all the red plastic that's used on him. I'm really enjoying the metallic blue used on his back. And yes, overall, T-Rex is an impressive looking Transformers character. It's been a while since I transformed this mold, and since he's fresh out of the box, not all the panel sections are wanting to line up properly, so it's very late at night, and I wanted to do another video after this one, so I apologize. I won't be doing a size comparison of T-Rex with Beast Wars Megatron in dinosaur mode as he falls out of my hands. He's disappointed that I didn't do that size comparison, but hopefully I'll be able to do it when I get around to finally reviewing the Jurassic Park Transformers crossover set, and I'll do a show off T-Rex with Beast Wars Megatron and Tyrannicon Rex in that set. But just for a quick size comparison with another Transformer that turns into a T-Rex, here is into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here is T-Rex with Paleotrex, so yeah, huge size difference there. So overall, what T-Rex has going for him more than anything else is the simple fact that he is a maximal repaint of Beast Wars Megatron. So do I recommend getting T-Rex and adding him to your Transformers collection? Surprisingly, I do. T-Rex is pretty impressive looking, and the Beast Wars Megatron mold, while it can be a little finicky in T-Rex mode especially, robot mode is very impressive looking, and I do highly recommend you get T-Rex if you find him. He has been sold as a Target exclusive here in the United States. I don't know if he's been sold at mass retail in other countries, but yeah, T-Rex is one pretty impressive looking Transformers character. Thank you guys all so much. This has been the TFN Geek, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell icon. On, stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, you guys, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.